Okay, cool. I got some sort of trouble there, so that's
Yeah,
why I came in late.
trying to get myself back up. Let's see if I can help some people. I know I'm going to pick on Anna because I know she's used this before. You do have to enable your audio.
Yes.
Okay, on at the top of the screen, for those of you who can't see, can't hear, next to the stop video, or can't see, next to the stop video, there's a drop-down menu, select a camera. And sometimes the camera is in the rear, sometimes I just put mine to the rear. Let me see if I can go back up, and I will hit Microsoft Live Cam front. And so the top right, there's also a drop down beside the mute icon that has some of the same option, like test speakers and microphone. I'm not sure if you can, if you can't hear me, then that, I guess that's useless. But if you're trying to maneuver this, go to the drop down box right beside the mute or the microphone icon, as well as the video icon. Any other suggestions, recommendations?
I do know that when I first started doing this, especially on the Blackboard Collaborate, you have to, whenever you start setting it up, you have to allow your phone or your computer access to video and audio.
Sure.
And depending on what you have, you may have multiple forms of video and audio. It will test it. So when it first comes up, it'll ask you to speak. And if it hears it, then you go, okay. But if it doesn't hear it, then you check another microphone or another, I would say maybe video if it's on a phone. So it's kind of what you're just talking about with the drop-down box, but when you first start it, it will help you set that up.
Very good. And I think, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen, and I'll mess up. Can you all see my screen? Okay.
I think so.
You think so? Okay. Do you see my arrow going back and forth under the drop-down menu?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for those of you who can't hear, that's an audio setting. This is where you can test your microphone and your speaker. Again, you go to the very top. It's different on the, it's not dropping down now. It's different on the phone, but if you're on the computer, at the very top, there's a drop-down menu beside the microphone icon, and you can do those options there, play with that. As far as video goes, stop video, same thing. There's some drop-down menus for video setting, so you make sure that you're using the right video. Okay. Will somebody monitor the chats and let me know if there's anything in the chat box?
Sure, hold on.
A question came up in the group me if the Zoom will be a weekly thing Monday at 4 p.m.
Okay. Oh, in group me? Oh, okay. That's,
Yeah, there are some people who were not able to make it to this online thing.
got it. Okay. I see. I think somebody's going to go over all that. That's right now. Okay, good. You're talking to each other. Okay, good. Yes, we're going to have a Zoom meeting at 4 o'clock every Monday. I don't know how long it will last. I do want to have some discussion on some of the readings that you have. I'm going to get this off my face.
Why is he always so confused?
Pardon me? Okay, decided to stop sharing. One of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to try to have discussions on Zoom about some of the readings that you still have. And then I will share my screen and do a PowerPoint, which is basically a lesson I'll walk through that. And the PowerPoints, again, will be for the final exam. But I'm also going to be putting those PowerPoints on my website and on Blackboard, so you'll have access to those so that you'll be ready for the final exam. But in answer to the question, yes, we'll have a Zoom meeting at 4 o'clock. I'm hoping that I can capture all the names here. And actually, before we leave, I'm going to call on everybody so that I can take attendance, and that way I can get a hold of people who haven't either joined GroupMe or didn't join on this call. And so that's part of what we're doing. Okay. Keep nodding your heads. It's good to have it's good to have people on here, because I am not used to doing something online. So I'm loving this. All right. If there's no questions, I'm going to move on. Oh, I see chat. There's several things in the chat. If somebody will occasionally just check the chat room, and if you see a question from people, either in the chat or on GroupMe, interrupt me, let me know. Okay. I guess there is another feature, and that is raising your hand. Let's leave that on right now. We'll just keep chat going. Okay. So I want to share my screen again. There I was. I was sharing it. There's the minimize. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. I went over this. Gosh, navigation. Okay. I guess I did not order my slides in the right way. Okay. This was supposed to be the Zoom. How is everyone doing? Okay, so I'm going to pause for a moment, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to call on people, and okay. I want to check in with you all to see if you're here. So I'm going to, in essence, call roll, and if you are on the line, please let me know. I want to check in with you all to see if you're here. So I'm going to, in essence, call. Okay, I hear feedback. If you hear feedback, go ahead and unmute yourself. But let's first, I want to first see, is Alyssa here? Alyssa, if you're
Yes.
here.
Yes.
I don't see you on the screen. That's okay.
Oh.
Okay, so Alyssa, what's going on with you?
Nothing much. We've just been relaxing.
Okay. Well,
Haven't had much going on. We've just been at home, pretty much. That's it.
okay, good. Thank you for joining us today. I know you're online.
You're welcome.
All right, Andrew. Saw you on.
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. There you are.
Yeah, I'm doing well. It's just a lot of at-home time, trying to make the use of the time studying and catching up on some reading. It's not just school reading, but some enjoying stuff that I enjoy reading.
Okay.
Exercise in the neighborhood to
Are most of your lines on have you met with your classes yet? Or what? This is the first day back.
yeah. So the two social work classes, yours and the one after this, have gone to the Zoom, and my other two classes are just online via Blackboard.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Again, if you're not talking, will you go ahead and mute yourself? Thank you, Andrew. Anna Longhorn.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm okay. Things are good. My daughter is home, so I have to homeschool her every day now. So homeschool and doing my own school. Yay.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, a a new stress for you. Sorry to hear that.
That's okay.
All right. Thank you, Anna. Beverly. I don't think Beverly is still here. Caitlin.
Did you call my name, Caitlin?
Yes, Caitlin.
Sorry. We're having some difficulties with our door. It is weird. It's like someone's controlling it and they're unlocking it because it's like electronic. So my mom came in here and was trying to figure it out. So sorry. Yeah. Anyways, I haven't got my video working yet, but I guess y'all can hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I've been working. I got a job at Walgreens right before all this madness.
Oh, wow.
So I've been working a lot, and people are quite insane, I'd say. It's a little scary, the toilet paper stuff. I've had people yell at me, and so hopefully it calms down pretty soon. But that's about it. Everyone's at home at my house, and the dogs are happy.
Okay.
Because we're home, but that's about it.
All right. Thank you, Caitlin. Appreciate it. And I appreciate the work that you're doing. I really admire, I've been to HEB a couple times, and I'm not doing any hoarding, but the people at the grocery stores have been phenomenal.
Yes.
If you need a place to shop, I recommend HEB because I've been there about three times since they changed their hours, and they just keep getting better and better at social distancing and customer service. So thank you, Caitlin, for the work you do at Walgreens. And if I run into you at Walgreens, I won't yell at you, I swear.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. Carrie, I don't think is on. Chastity. I saw you on here earlier.
I'm here.
Hi, Chastity. Hi.
Hi, how are you all?
Doing well.
Everything's okay. All the kids are home.
Okay.
So everybody's trying to get used to the logging in and trying to figure out what their assignments are, what their next step is.
Yeah. Okay.
My husband is going through radios right now, so.
Like, I'm unemployed and I'm depressed. Okay, that's how my life is going at the moment.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Who was speaking? Because I'd like to.
I don't know. They said.
Okay, hopefully you'll jump back on. Or we'll hear from you in a little bit. Thanks,
Okay.
Chastity. Hope all is
Have
well.
a good one.
Okay, thanks.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Shanae, James, Shauna, sorry.
Hi.
Yeah, hey,
Okay.
it's going to remain
Hi.
the same. I will continue to not pronounce your name the right way. It is Shauna, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Shauna.
Hi. We're good. I'm working still, so my parents are they're a little bit older, so the biggest concern for me is making sure to kind of decontaminate when I get back home because I work at Buc-ee's, and there are a lot of people still coming in and out, but
Yeah.
we're good.
Okay.
Kind of hold up other than that.
Okay. Hang in there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Buc-ee's are always good customer service, so thank you. Clarissa. I don't see Clarissa on here. You can chime in later. Doria.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I've been doing good. They just recently closed the store I was working at, so I'm jobless right now.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Okay. And if we can help, if one of the things that we've been trying to do in our circle with communities and schools is see if there is employment available for people who aren't a fixed income. And I know a lot, as you probably know, there are a lot of stores that are hiring right now. The sad news is we don't know how long this is going to last and whether those stores may actually go out of business. So please email me.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
yeah, and if I come across any other things, I will pass them on to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So Doria, is Flora here? She sits right beside you. That's the one thing I know. Flora, are you here?
Oh, what?
Flora? Flora.
I'm here.
Oh, hi, Flora.
Hi.
Oh, there you are. Okay. That's Flora. That's right. And you sit beside Doria, right?
All is good over here. I have 2 elementary school kids that just started their online classes today.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so just trying to get them organized with their assignments and all that.
Very good. What school district are they in?
They're Deer Park Independent School District. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're April 10th is.
Yes, one's in 1st and one's in 5th.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Gaspar, you'll have to unmute yourself. There you are.
Oh, hello everyone. How y'all doing?
Doing
I hope everybody's good and safe and sound at home. And yeah, for me it's been a little chaotic because I used to have family at home and then went back to my country and then all this crazy thing going on. So I mean they're at home but I'm still worried, but everything it's kind of mixed up.
Yeah.
But on the other end, I'm still working for the school, so I'm working from home now.
Okay.
But just still working and trying to catch up with all my classes and stuff. Yeah, so.
Okay. It's good to see you.
Same here.
You know I'm going to mess this up. Jarvey. Jarvey, that's how you say it, right? Okay, I don't hear Jarvey. Okay, James, I see you. Unmute yourself.
How are you?
Can't hear you that well.
Can you hear now?
A little bit. Things going okay?
Is that better now?
No, your microphone is really not that good.
Well, doing okay. I had a birthday, but I didn't really get to celebrate it, so I was a little depressed. But other than that, I've been doing all right. And actually, I'm kind of ready to get back into this one to school and get everything finished up. And I miss everybody.
Thank you. We miss you too, James. Thanks. Jacqueline. I don't see Jacqueline.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
I don't know if you can hear me. I'm still trying to get my camera to work, but I'm doing good. I work at JCPenney, so JCPenney's is closed for 2 weeks. So just trying to keep busy, trying to catch up on my schoolwork, trying to get ahead. And then my siblings also don't have school either. So we're just like hang out when we have free time. We're watching the Marvel movies. So it's pretty fun.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what binge watching I can do. But I'll look at maybe Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel's good right now. Right now we're watching Infinity War.
You're watching what?
Infinity War.
Infinity
The
War.
Avengers. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Fantastic. Good to hear from you. Jennifer. There's Jennifer.
We're good over here.
All right. Very good. No concerns? Well,
No,
okay.
I'm getting some reading done. It's kind of nice that it's not school reading and school, but yeah,
Okay.
it's nice.
I haven't picked up any just free reading yet, but I really feel like I need to do that. And
yeah, it was nice because I haven't picked up free reading since probably Christmas break, so it was kind of nice.
Okay, very cool. Thanks,
But now
Jennifer.
back to school. No problem. Hey, Professor.
Yes.
Judith says she's here, but that she doesn't have a camera or a mic. So
Okay.
I'm assuming she can hear you. It's in the chat. I just thought I'd tell you.
Okay, very cool. Maybe I'll go to chat when it comes to Judith, or I'll ask.
Oh, she did put a little note. It just said she has a lot going on with her parents, and oh, so she's never taken an online class, so she's got a lot of newness, she said. So she's trying to figure it out. So just so you know.
Okay, very good. All right, hang in there, Judith. Jessica Newton. Well, we'll start with Jessica Newton. And if Jessica Newton isn't here, yeah, there you are, Jessica. Just have to unmute yourself. Hello, Jessica.
Things are going well over here. Just a different pace of life, but hanging in there.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay. Jessica Regina.
Yes. I recently lost my job about a week ago. I work in a restaurant. I actually work at 2 restaurants. I'm a bartender at one, I'm a server at the other. It's a lot to take in. I guess it probably hasn't hit me that hard yet.
Yeah.
When I went to work on the day following the curbside pickup thing was installed, I went to work, and then my general manager was there. She was going through a list of employees to call, and she told me to file for unemployment. Wow. So I've been doing that.
Okay.
And I'm taking 5 courses, so now they're all online, and it's a lot. One of them is actually a writing class, so I'm working on like 3 papers.
Okay.
But another issue is I don't have any internet at home, or like printer, any stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I drove out to, I'm at the campus right now, but just the thing is, I don't know how long this will go on for, so I don't know how much money I could keep spending on gas and stuff like that. And also, I just don't like going out too much, just exposing myself, because I live at home with my parents, and my parents are around 60 years old. And so I just don't want to risk infecting them, because I know recently that they said that, you know, you don't see any symptoms until 14 days in. So I'm just trying to do the best that I can, you know, staying safe and being sanitized and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jessica. Also, reach out. I know that the university is working. They're not too far ahead. They're not as far ahead as they need to be, but they're working on issues of people who don't have internet at home or computer access at home. So
yes, I heard about the Xfinity hotspot thing, but the deal with that is you have somebody around you in the area has to have Xfinity for it to reach you. And
exactly, yeah. We're a lot of people have because you know that we work with families that are on fixed incomes and families that are in poverty, and they've said, hey, you know, look, Xfinity has is free Wi-Fi. It's like, but they don't have towers in San Leon, you know, and so we're learning. I think the upper middle class and the middle class are learning what poverty is about, and when that the resources are not just right there for everybody. So keep reaching out, Jessica. Thank you. Joe. That is.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
We are good, staying busy. Work has been picked up ever since everything happened. I'm a plumber by trade, so we're still pretty busy, but we do a lot of traveling, so we try to be as careful as possible. The areas we go to, we keep hand sanitizer, we keep gloves, just in case. But other than that, we're good. This is still kind of new to me too. The whole reason I prefer face-to-face is so that way I don't have to do online. But I guess this is kind of a learning curve for a lot of us, just an adjustment period for all of us at this point.
That's why I wanted to do this. As strange as it is, I'm so happy that everybody got their videos on and seeing each other, because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, but other than that, we're good over here on my end with family and everybody. So.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Joe. Jose. don't think Jose is on. And Judith said she is on, but she has no camera and no audio. She is using chat. Is there anything, Judith, do you want to say anything more in chat that you'd like to share? Just type no if you don't have anything more to share. Judith, reach out to us if you need any more help. And take care of your parents. Thank you. Kim Hodge. Kim, there you are. Unmute yourself.
Hello, good people.
Hello.
I'm good. I mean, I can't complain. I'm grateful. I have, of course, my college student, my high schooler, and my middle schooler. All of us are here in school, going haywire.
Wow.
I'm having to keep teenagers engaged and not on their phones.
Yeah.
So, we've been, walking around our home. Let's go outside. Some outside activity. Go outside. Walk around the house.
Exactly.
So walk around the house, kind of stay close to home, but only, kind of go out when we need to. But of course, it's difficult to keep. They understand, but it's difficult to keep teenagers like, okay, mom, why? Why? So they're trying to figure out, okay, we can be still for 3 days, but oh my God, this is a week now. But it's cool. We're cool. I can't complain.
All right. Good to see you, Kim. Thanks, Kim. Lisa, Scott. Lisa.
Hello. I'm doing okay. Unemployed at the moment because I do work for the school district as a substitute teacher, but I'm fine. That's about it.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Mackenzie.
I'm here.
Hello, Mackenzie.
I'm doing all right over here, just trying to navigate 6 online classes. But everything is all right.
Okay. Thank you, Mackenzie. Maria. I know Maria was on earlier. She may have dropped off. Oh, there you are. We just can't hear you. Okay, I see you waving. Oh, okay. Your audio is not working. So can you type something in chat? Can you see the chat? A lot of free time. You, that's hilarious. You learned how to use an oven. Awesome. No more use for a microwave. That's very cool. Thank you, Maria. Take care. Rose.
I'm right here.
There you are. Hi, Rose.
Hi.
I'm glad you got to your destination.
Yes, I am home. I was hoping for 4 o'clock, but it didn't happen, so.
Understood. How are you doing?
Good. Thankfully, I can work from home since I work at a community college.
That's awesome.
And so now just trying to, utilize the time that I have at home and save gas,
Yeah, understood. Okay.
But just want to put it out there, if it's like a daytime and anybody's interested in using Wi-Fi and they don't want to go to the college, I'm kind of close to the college, but if you're interested, just message me to see maybe you're closer here and you'd save gas. So just let me know.
Oh, okay. Great idea. Thank you. Thank you for offering that. Sarah, are you, I don't see you logged in. We'll check back with you.
Professor, she's the one that said that she messaged and grouped me. She was on her way home from work.
Oh, okay.
So she's not here, but she was checking in on GroupMe, and we told her we'd let her know how the meeting went and whatever. But she said she was on her way home.
Okay, cool. I see her text now. Very good.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
It says at the top of the screen that you're recording, so you are in fact recording this session?
Yes, I am. I should have mentioned that. Yes, I am recording this session. And what I will do is for each of the sessions, I will find a link for it, and I'll like cut off maybe the first part and the last part. I will probably not do this because this is personal sharing, but when we get into like the content, I'll edit it so that it's stuff that you could use.
Thank you. I think that the people who are unable to be here would really appreciate that.
Okay, very good. Okay, so either in the chat or on by unmuting yourself, if you are not okay, and you could actually just chat just to me. If you would prefer that I not send out the recording of this personal sharing, please let me know, and I won't send it out. So just send me a private text, send it privately in chat, because if there's anything that you said that you really don't want other people to hear, then please let me know. But I agree with Anna. I think the people who have missed this session probably would like to see it. So just let me know. Thank you for that, Anna. And I will be recording all of these, so do know that. And I should probably make a disclaimer in the emails that go out. Thank you very much. And I know Sarah's on GroupMe. Tabby or Tabitha?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, and you're using an iPad. I see.
Yes.
How are you doing, Tabby?
I'm doing well. I had quit my job before, like in early February, and I had just recently got another job that's supposed to start today, but because I'm in school, so because everything's happening, like I'm still can't work because it's in a school, so I just have to wait patiently because of that.
Okay.
Oh, and I got engaged literally the week before we went in shutdown mode. So I'm like, oh,
So did you get quarantined with him?
No, we don't live together. So I'm just like, why did you? I'm like, I'm excited, but now we're on shutdown and it's like, it's a mess.
Aw. Thank you. Sorry, it's a situation. I have an employee who was supposed to get married May 6th, and she was getting married in California, and so she had to cancel her wedding. I feel
yes, that's the same thing with my other friend. She was getting married in May as well.
Yeah, understood. Okay, thank you, Tabby, and congratulations. Oh, so you are engaged?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
so we are engaged. It's not until next year, but yeah, we're engaged.
Hopefully we won't have any other trauma next year.
I know.
Good to hear from you. Yahida. You were on twice, I see. You're there somewhere.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
I'm having some difficulties over here.
Not a problem, we can hear you now. What's going
So
on?
because I can't see anyone or like see your screen or anything.
Well, we can't see you either, if that's, I don't know if that's consoling or not. Yeah, it's showing videos not working. Unmute. Where'd you go? Did we lose
I'm
you?
still here.
Okay, you are. Okay. So are things going okay?
Yeah, everything's good. I mean, I've still been working, which is unfortunate. I don't want to be working right now, but there's other people that can't work, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But I want to be at home sleeping, so it's all right.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, folks. Any other sharing that anybody wants to? Is there anything else anybody wants to share? Because I want to.
I don't think you ever checked in with me, but I wanted to let you know I was here.
Okay, thank you. Oh, ABCD.
Same here. This is Jarve.
Sorry about that, Grace. And so who? Okay, sorry about that, Grace. I don't
Oh,
know.
no problem.
Yeah. Oh, you're not on my original list. I pull up the wrong list. Good to see you. Things go okay, Grace?
Yes, things are okay. Just hanging in there and doing puzzles, watching TV.
Okay. Okay. So I will be moving on to the next phase in just a minute, and I have plenty of work for y'all to do.
Perfect.
No problem. Who else all chimed in that I didn't, that I may not have called? Did somebody?
Jarve.
Who?
Jarve.
Oh, Jarve. Okay. Yes. Thank you for joining us. Things going okay, Jarve?
Yes, I'm currently delivering Amazon Flex, so
Oh, really?
yes, bear with me.
Okay. Very cool. All right. Okay. I'm going to go back and share my screen. Sharing my screen, and here we are. So there's our navigation through Zoom. So I won't be able to see you. Oh, actually, yeah, none of us will be able to see each other for a little bit. But please feel free to unmute yourself. Here we go. Unmute yourself if you have questions as I go through here. And if somebody will also monitor the chatting and let me know if somebody comes up in the chat with a question, since we have some people who are having technical difficulties. So here's where we were prior to spring break. The old requirements were 40 hours of volunteer work, 8 critical thinking essays, 2 exams, a final paper and presentation, and then participation. So since the town has shut down, I know people won't be able to do their volunteer work. So here are the new requirements, and this is on both on Blackboard and at drpeterw.com. In lieu of doing this, the volunteer work, I am adding another essay. One of the things that I did do is your actual final paper, the paper that you were going to do on your volunteer experience. I'm changing that to a 46-page paper, and it is to be about a social service agency, and I'll talk a little bit more in depth about that. And then I want you to do a 3 to 5 page essay on the importance of social work, and I'll get into details on that. And then you will have 7 critical thinking essays. 7 critical thinking essays as opposed to 8, but you have an option of doing all 8 of them and dropping one of them. Mathematically, that is to your advantage, but since I'm adding another 3 to 5 page essay, I'm dropping one of the critical thinking essays. You also have, this says 2 exams. You've already done one of them, the midterm exam, which has already been graded, and I will be trying to get those into Blackboard. So there's only like 3 or 4 of you who asked for your midterm exam grade, and I've given that to you. If you want to email me just to know what you made on that, please do. But you have one more exam, which is a final exam, and it will more than likely not be in person, because I think the university is not going to do final exams on campus. It'll look a little bit different, but I'll give you some really good feedback on what will be on the final exam. And then finally, participation. And I'm going to be very liberal when it comes to participation, but I do want you to, as much as feasible, please log into the Zoom meetings at 4 o'clock on Mondays. I do want to have some discussion about the readings that you have and in the papers that you're writing, as well as give you some lecture notes with a PowerPoint, and we'll see how those goes. If the lecture with PowerPoint doesn't work, then I might just give you my PowerPoints and say, hey, read this stuff and let's talk about it. Any questions so far before I delve into a little bit deeper into some of the into the two papers?
All right, so I do have one question.
Yes.
So you said that we're gonna have 8 papers, which in the previous, I don't want to say like previous semester, but in the previous, before this chaos happened, we were in essay 6.
Yes.
So are we talking about 7 and 8, or are we talking about 8 more essays in addition to the ones we already complete?
Okay, very good question. No, you, and I've just pulled up the calendar. I hope you can see it. Next week, critical thinking essay number 6 will be due. April 6th, essay 7 will be due. That's all the essays that you have to do with regard to the critical thinking essays. Critical essay number 8 is optional, and that's due on April 13th. You should be able to see my screen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the layout.
Okay, so the essay 6 is due on April
March 30th. Critical essay 6 is due next week.
Oh, it's actually right here. I see it. Okay. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. Essay 7 is due on the 6th. April 13th is due on the 8th. So, again, these were the requirements. Again, this is on my website as well as on Blackboard. This document, there's the original course requirements, then the revised requirements. And let's see. Here's the weeks to come. And what we'll do, I have a topic down there, and what I'm basing that on, like on March 30th, I want to have a Zoom meeting, and we'll have an open discussion about school social work and child protective services. That's specifically on those 2 topics because chapter 10 is on school social work and chapter 12 is on child protective service, or vice versa. So I just want to really, putting this down as having discussions about the stories that you're reading from the days in the lives.
I had a quick question.
Yes.
So whenever we complete the critical essays, how do we submit those to you?
Okay, you can submit those through Blackboard.
Okay.
And somebody will show me how to use that. It is set up. If you go to Blackboard, you can see critical thinking essay 6 and what it is, and then you can upload it there. That's my understanding. Okay, so if you have problems with Blackboard, you can always email it to me. And if anybody has emailed it to me, try to upload it to Blackboard because I understand there's a good feature in there. I know 2 people have already uploaded them to Blackboard, but there's a feature in there that I can give you comments and send it right back to you, and you can get your grade automatically. So good question. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
I also have a question.
Yes.
Are we able to access this Zoom like it's our classroom at any other time, or is it only available between 4 and 7:50?
I'm not quite sure what your question is.
So if anybody is having difficulty with uploading something to Blackboard, I can get into Zoom, or let's say we want to study together. We could get into Zoom together, like how you're doing the share screen. I can do the share screen too, so I could show somebody how to upload something into Blackboard, or we could all study together, but you have to give us access to that.
If you need that, simply text me, text me or, yeah, text me, but not, yeah, text me through GroupMe.
Okay.
But make it a direct text and say, I would like access for that. I tend to think that this is an open Zoom that you could use by clicking in, and if somebody else gets in. I think that's true, but I don't promise that.
Okay.
So
You can also create your own meeting. Like, sorry I interrupt you there, but I think before I actually got to this Zoom, you can actually create your own meeting. So you can actually put like whoever's username is. So let's say you want to meet up with me, you just put my username in and I'll get an invitation and you just click, and I think that's it.
Excellent. If that is the case, then you actually would not have to, if you communicate with each other and say, hey, Anna, I need help with how to access GroupMe or whatever, or do something on Blackboard, try jumping onto the Zoom and doing the share screen. And thank you for offering that, Anna. So it sounds, according to Gaspar, it sounds like you can indeed do this. You can use and you're welcome to use my Zoom. I'm paying it through my company because it's a benefit to my company and to me. So you're welcome to use it. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to move on just a little bit, unless there's more questions. So here are our discussions over the next however many weeks we have through the end of April. I'm putting all final papers due, and again, I'll go into the final papers in just a moment. Final papers will be due April 27th, and then our final exam will be May 4th. And more than likely, you will log into Blackboard and have a test there. And again, more than likely, and this may change, is it will probably be a timed test. It will be both multiple choice and some, probably 2 essay questions. And again, I'll as the semester goes on, I'll give you a clue more of what that does look like, and I will do a review for the exam the week before. So definitely on April 27th, you don't want to miss that. And then I will record the final the final exam review, and post that both in Blackboard and on my website so that you can see that. Questions on the final exam before I go into more detail on the 2 papers that you have to do? Will somebody check chat and make sure that we don't have questions there? All right, I'm moving on. So if you looked at the old syllabus, you would see that this final paper is very similar to the paper that you were going to do. And you're welcome to write a paper on any human service agency. But what you might consider doing is, if you had any volunteer hours at a social service agency, you can do it on that one, since you've been kind of prepping for that. Instead of being a 5 to 7 page in length, I cut it down to 4 to 6 pages in length. I do want it in APA style, which all of you should know that by now. I do want a cover page and a reference page. Reference page, there's no required number of sources, but I would expect you to have at least one source, which can be the website of the agency that you're writing about. The structure of the paper is as follows. I want you to get the mission and purpose of the agency, funding, which can be very, very brief. Do they receive public funding, private funding, a combination of both? Talk a little bit about the agency structure. Do they have a CEO? Do they have social workers? And then you can get into the organizational chart. Social work services, the population served, programs offered and evidence of generalist practice, and social work values that you've identified in the organization, with the organization. And then the final part of the paper should be just an evaluation of whether an agency like this would be something that you would be interested in working, and so that it really is a personal reflection. Questions on that paper?
If we have any volunteer service hours already, would it be possible for that to be like extra credit or any kind of extra points for the paper?
Yes, I will definitely consider that. So I will get a I'll put something together that you can let me know what volunteer hours you already have, because you have a good point. If you have volunteer hours, I'll use some kind of extra credit or something along those lines. Good question. I'll give you a more definitive answer next week.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions on, I see something coming up here. There's some chat, I think. Okay. All right. I thought I saw some more chatting, but if anybody sees anything and any questions in the chat, let me know. Okay. With no questions on that final paper, the final essay. This is something that's a little bit different, and it's new, completely new. What I really want you to do, this is basically a reflection on what you've been studying this semester. And for me, I think the most important thing about the Introduction to Social Work course is not my lectures, it's the stories that you hear and the stories that you read. So this paper, I really would like to be a reflection of the semester and what you've garnered from your readings and what you've heard, but also, I guess, a little bit from the lectures. Why is social work important as a profession? I think we've talked in class a bit about some of the uniqueness. For example, the person and environment, I think I've been expressing to you, that's an important piece of social work, advocacy, social justice. And so this is just a 3 to 5 page paper. I do want you to have at least 2 references or 2 sources that you're citing in the paper. And the reason for that is I would like you to, you can use Grobman, meaning Days in the Lives of Social Workers, as one of those sources. And you can use the NASW as another source. And that's a hint just to say, I want you to talk about social work values, so you should quote the NASW Code of Ethics that has those social work values in it. These are the questions that you would be addressing. How is social work distinct from other helping professions? What are some core theoretical perspectives? And we've talked about those. What are the core values, unique populations, and that social workers serve? And that, I mean, if nothing else, it comes directly out of Days in the Lives of Social Workers, the unique populations. The type of settings also comes out of your readings and some of the social workers that you heard in person. And then what are some of the unique challenges? Does that make sense? Whoops, I went too far.
Can you say that again? Like what's gonna be on the final paper? Because I was putting my notes.
It's up on the screen, the final essay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You see right there. Okay. So I was just reiterating what those questions you should address in the essay are.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go and take a look at it whenever we finish here so I can take some notes.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. Y'all have questions, comments?
I have one question. How are we going to find out our grade for our midterm exam?
I am going to try to find some way to put that in Blackboard.
Okay.
But that should appear. I'll give Roberta. Dr. Liel is helping me with Blackboard, and so I will ask her how to do that. She'll walk me through that. I hope to do that in the next 3 days. Give me 3 days. And if you want your grade on the midterm right now, just email me and I will send it to you.
Okay, yeah, that was one, and then the other question was about our last paper that we turned in the day of the midterm. I just wanted to get the feedback before I wrote my next paper.
Oh, you want to get the feedback on the critical thinking essay, correct?
As well, yeah.
Okay. All right. If you want that right away, go ahead and email me, and I will give you your grade and any comments that I had on your paper. And that goes for all of you. If you just email me and ask me for the grade on your critical thinking essay. But I'm going to, hopefully before the end of this week, have all of that posted in Blackboard, including your previous grades for critical thinking essay 1 through 4 that you already know.
Okay. And there's a question in the chat from Yahida.
Yes.
She says, for the short answer questions, if we got extra points, where will those extra points go?
Probably okay, and actually there's not extra points on the essay questions. I would give some extra credit for hours that you completed in your for your volunteer hours. I'll find some way to use that and make it equitable. Ask let's see. I'm not seeing the chat. The short answer, if we get, oh, I see it now. Then, Yahida, go ahead and in the chat, let me know if I answered your question. Charity, it looks like you're trying to say something. I mean, Chastity, were you trying to say something? No? Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to unmute everybody. All participants are unmuted. Oh, no, they're not. Here we go. Okay, any other questions before we call it an evening?
I just had one.
Yes, Joe.
As far as the updates for the syllabus, are they going to be posted as well to the website or no?
Yes, they are already posted on the website in a folder. It's in a folder somewhere, but it's on Blackboard. It's on Blackboard, okay. And I think it's in a folder called Updates since March 23rd. So, and I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's, well, let me go check real quick.
It's called New Content since March 23rd.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
I was actually able to work out a deal with where I was volunteering, where they were allowing me to do my volunteer work since it's just research from home.
Okay.
So I don't know how many hours you would want me to complete on top of the ones that I've already done, or if I just want to do the entire 40 hours and then just send it all in, or because regardless if I get credit or not, I'm still going to finish.
Got it.
Since they need my help.
Okay, thank you, Jessica. Yes, complete whatever hours you can on that. Yeah, if you can continue complete 40 hours, do that.
Okay. Thank you.
And if there's anybody else who actually can complete their 40 hours, please plan on doing it. And I may look at doing the. I'll figure out something that's equitable for everyone.
Yahida is saying in the group chat, she's asking about the extra points from our midterm exam.
Okay, there's no extra points on the midterm.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you want to check the chat.
Yeah, just see essay or midterm exam. Let's see. Okay, Yahida. Oh wait, Yahida can hear, but she can't. Or I don't know. Yahida, I'm gonna figure out something that's equitable. If you have completed hours, I will add extra. It'll be like extra credit to your overall grade.
Oh.
I don't know what that is yet. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Watching chat now. All right. Any other questions or comments? Yes, Gaspar.
All right, so let's say we would, like, some people are not able to do their hours, but some people are actually working their hours for volunteer work. What if at the last minute we're able to work our hours, like, but not the 40 hours maybe? Or would that be? Because I was gonna start before this chaos came, and then they closed the office. So if I'm able to do like some research at home or something like that, or phone calls or something like that, how would that be?
Yes, you can document those as extra credit work at this point. Okay.
Okay.
And again, I actually would like to talk to Dr. K and Dr. Liao, because I want it to be equitable, because, you know, at this point, the majority of you are unable to do volunteer work, and I may come up with an additional. I typically, this is just unusual circumstances. I typically don't do extra credit. I think you all know that I've mentioned that. So I'll come up with something that if you can't do volunteer work, you can do some kind of extra credit that would be help with your overall grade.
All right, absolutely. Thank you.
I'll do something more than karma points. I was trying to think of what the word was. Was karma points.
Appreciate you.
Okay. All right. Any other questions or comments?
I just wanted to thank you for everything that you're doing, by the way, because you put a lot of extra work into this. So thank you.
You're welcome. And it really is good to see you. I don't know if you can see, if you could zoom in on my picture. I haven't, right back to my bookshelf says. It says, "I miss you, Introduction to Social Work Students." It is so good to see you. Please reach out to me. I have some resources for those of you who are struggling with anything, and I am seriously about wanting to help in any way I can. I do appreciate all of you, and this is something that as you're a social worker, you need to be able to take into your future social work, or work with social workers in the future. So. All right. Any other questions, comments? Again, good to see you, and you all take care. Make sure that you take care of yourself. And if you're struggling with any of these new requirements, please don't hesitate to text me, email me, make this work for you. I don't want it to be a burden, a bigger burden. Okay. Any concerns, just please let me know. Y'all take care. And Maria, I hope you continue to learn not just the oven, but maybe some other, the stove. Learn how to do the stove. I'm very happy for you. And Rose, try not to get online again. Just shoot me a text that says, "I'm driving. I'll get on later." But I admire you for doing that. That was so funny. It was like, oh my gosh, she's driving. Good to see you all. You be good, and I'll see you next Monday at 4 o'clock. Please don't hesitate to reach out via text, email, or otherwise. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.